Hey guys, Tim from Everyday Tactical Vids, and today we're just going to do a quick review here of these A-Zoom snap caps. As you can see, these are for 12 gauge shotguns, and these are for practicing without damaging your gun, basically for dry firing, and they're ideal for, as they say, safe training. So if you want to actually just work on reloading your weapon without having to have live shells, which obviously is much more dangerous, if you're doing that. So you can use these guys in replacement of real shells. And I've used these guys, and I've actually used this type right here as well. And I use these guys to model like buckshot, essentially, and these guys as my model for my slug. So, when I put shells into my side saddle, I got 4 buckshot shells or snap caps, and then 2 slugs basically at the end, facing the other way. Basically facing down. So let me take these guys out of the package and just show you what they look like, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the actual side saddle. And just want to let you know, these are really, really great. I've really liked these guys a lot. These ones over here, they're decent. I got these ones at Cabela's. I got this one at a local gun store, and these guys are actually hollow inside, so they're definitely lightweight. These guys are definitely heftier, and there's pluses and minuses. You're definitely going to pay more for these guys. These guys were about, I think, $10 for the set. Not terrible, but really, really nicely made and worth it if you want to actually practicing reloading a weapon. So let me take these guys out, and we'll look at them up close a little bit. Now, I don't want to go on forever and ever. I mean, basically, they're snap caps. They're dummy rounds essentially, so there's not a ton to talk about with them. I will say about these guys though, if you listen to them, they are very nicely made. They're anodized on the outside so they can be beat up and still stay strong. They do get scuffed up a little bit. I did actually drop one at one point, and it did nick the edge a little bit before. But these guys, as opposed to these hollow ones that I was looking at before, one of which I just dropped on the ground, as you can see, obviously these guys are, they're solid the whole way through. These other ones are hollow on the inside. And just overall the plastic feel of these guys, yeah, they're lightweight, but these guys don't feel like they're going to hold up as well as these snap caps do. So let me put them in the side saddle, show you what they look like, and then that'll pretty much wrap up our review on these snap caps. So here's what they look like in my GG&G side saddle, my Remington 870. These guys are actually harder to get in than the average slug or shell that I've tried so far. I've run some Winchesters, I've run some Federal, and these guys are a little bit harder to get into the GG&G. Now, that may be an issue more about the GG&G side saddle and getting that guy broken in so these guys can come in and out easier. That being said, this is what I do. I run 2 slugs like this and then 4 buckshot like this, buckshot facing up and these guys down. It's kind of a classic thing for anybody who runs a side saddle who wants to mix up, your buckshot and then also your slugs. I will say that when I have been, running reloading drills or practicing, when these guys come flying out of your ejection port, you want to be careful that they got a safe place to land. So 2 things. I generally do it in a place where it's not going to land in a ton of dirt. And since I've got a concrete floor in the basement of my house, I make sure that these guys don't land on the concrete. So I usually set it up, and if I'm running through some reloading drills with, all these dummy rounds, obviously no real rounds, but I make sure that these guys eject and land on like I have a futon mattress down in my basement. So, because if not, they'll get scuffed up, and then you have, this thing that's kind of little pieces chipped off here. You're putting it into your gun. You have all kinds of debris. You just kind of want to avoid that. So, all right. So you've seen the snap caps up close. I just want to show you maybe a way that you, might want to train with them, and also just to show you that they are very easy to use as far as loading into your shotgun. Got the 870 here just to show you, totally empty. And again, nothing there. Magazine tube totally empty as well. So I got 2 of the snap caps here, and I'll just put one in the side saddle, just barely in there so I can grab it real quickly. But one thing I would recommend is if you're gonna train with these guys, I've got a concrete floor here in the basement. Obviously, you can tell I'm in my basement. Got the tools in the back there. You want to put something on the ground wherever your snap caps, wherever your shells, your dummy shells are gonna land, because again, they get scuffed up pretty easily if they hit the hard concrete. So I got a couple pieces of cardboard here so they can land on that, not make a total mess. So if I were training with these guys, again, I got my safety on, nothing in. I could load one in, rack it, safety off, pull it. Now again, I'm not hurting the firing pin at all because that's what it's made for. And then I want to rack it. Lands there on my cardboard. You know, take another one out, pop it in, rack it, pull again onto the cardboard. Now I've got 2 other shells like I talked about before, but I just feel like the snap caps that I've been talking about in this review are just really, really worth the investment. If I went back, I'd probably buy all snap caps like that instead of the mix of these other lower end shells. I just feel like they're much better made. So definitely recommend these snap caps. Again, they're made by this company here, A-Zoom, and made in the USA. It's great. It's actually down in let me see here, Middleton, Connecticut. But highly recommend these guys if you want to get some snap caps, want to get some dummy rounds so you can do some training. This is a great option. So not a ton of money, good investment, and a great training tool. All right, guys, thanks for checking out the video. As always, like this video, subscribe, and we got more videos coming soon. Later.